Avi Meyer's Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. It is election season, and we hope you are picking up your copy of Jewish Chicago on the Street, free everywhere. If it's not, if it's already gone in your neighborhood, go to aviworld.com. That's A-B-Y as in me. Wonder how I got that name. It is a pleasure to introduce you to a candidate in the 9th Sub-Circuit, and I believe it's the Myers vacancy.
Yes.
And that is Monica Forte. Okay. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Still good, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me on.
Okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
All right. Well, I grew up in East Rogers Park, grammar school, high school at Lane Tech. Basically, I've never left. I went to all my schooling was here in the city of Chicago. I currently live in West Rogers Park with my family. Let's see. I believe that the thing that changed my life and led me to go to law school was I was about 18 years old and I got hit by a motorcycle. Broke my left arm, shattered my right hand, tore my knee out of its socket. It was not a good experience, and I did not have a good experience with the legal system. And I think that was the thing that kind of changed my life and led me to go to law school. So once I got out of law school, initially I started representing primarily injured railroad workers under federal law.
Wow.
So it's a very kind of unique niche of the law, and not that many attorneys practice in that area, but it did allow me to practice in state and federal courts in Illinois, Ohio, and Michigan, from the trial court level to the appellate court level. And then after I did that for about 6 years, I started practicing commercial litigation. So I've been doing that ever since, and that runs the gamut. It's all sorts of litigation, breach of contract, fraud, breach of fiduciary duty. I mean, there's a laundry list that I don't want to bore you with, but again, I'm in court a lot, and I handle cases from beginning to end, and if it has to go up on appeal, then take care of that too. So that's my legal experience.
It's quite a bit.
Yes.
Where did you go to law school again?
Loyola.
Loyola. Very good. So yeah, really in the neighborhood.
Like I said,
although the law school I think is downtown.
Yes, the law school is downtown, and university. I went to the University of Illinois, but in Chicago.
Right.
So, local.
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 But this is also a local sub-circuit.
Correct. It is. So, I'm local.
No, definitely local. Why don't you tell us what the boundaries of the 9th Sub-Circuit are?
Okay. Well, it's the 49th Ward in the city, the 50th Ward in the city, part of Edgebrook, Evanston, Skokie, Wilmette, Lincolnwood, part of Morton Grove, part of Northfield. I think that's about it.
Okay. And what made you decide that you wanted to be a judge? Or when? Did you know, was there a certain time the light came on and said, I want to be a judge? Or?
Well, it's something that I've been thinking about for quite a while. As a litigator, it's something you think about because you're in front of judges all the time. But at some point, I think you start to realize that once someone has filed a lawsuit, it's really serious. And whether it's serious to everyone else or not, it's serious to that person. And they've either brought the lawsuit or they've hired an attorney. And now they're putting the very important issues before one person who can really impact their lives. So I think it's really important that you have judges who are experienced and qualified sitting up there hearing cases, and that's why I ultimately decided to run.
That's a good reason, because the fact is people don't realize that a judge, and I say this a lot, but it's true, a judge will affect, if you go before a judge, it can and will affect your life much more than who might be governor or congressman or whatever else.
Right, and you are more likely to be in front of a judge than the president, for example.
Yeah, I still haven't met a president. I have met plenty of presidents, and I'm a political reporter, but yeah, I've met lots of judges.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
Well, actually,
not as a litigant, I take it.
Right, no, not as a litigant,
okay.
But in traffic court in the old days.
As a litigant?
No, not as a litigant.
Okay.
No. But no, I thank God I've steered clear to that stuff.
Well, that's good. Keeping it clean, above board.
Got to.
Got to, yes.
Yeah, it helps a lot. So first of all, first of all, I want to urge you to start at the bottom of the ballot. Do you have your punch number yet?
Yes, 176.
176. That's almost put in another 7. It's a nice American number, but 176.
Yes.
Memorable number. And start at the bottom of the ballot because that's where all the contested judicial races are, and almost none of the races on the top of the ballot are contested. Do you have a website?
I do. It is forteforjudge.com.
And that's Forte.
Correct.
Forte for judge, and that's FOR?
FOR, yes, yes. Spelled out, yes.
Yeah, .com.
Right.
So very good. And you're on the campaign trail, I assume?
I am. I've never done this before, so it's all new to well, 7th grade. I ran for student council vice president. That counts, right? I mean,
Counts a
it was
lot.
a campaign. We made posters.
It's a campaign. That's important.
It was. We didn't have candy bars. That probably would have been a good idea. We won, but still.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that's my political experiences running in 7th grade.
Yeah, so, I mean, you find events, you're invited places.
Yes, I've been to several of the Democratic Party events that they've been recently holding. And then my committee has hosted a couple events for me, and we're going to be hosting, hopefully, more coffees and neighborhood events, things like that, so that people can get to meet me. It's, as you know, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for voters to know who people are who are running for judge. I mean, unless they are practicing or are litigants, they don't know. And then they're relying on recommendations of other people or, groups, and that's not always the best way. So.
No, as a matter of fact, it can be a very bad thing to do. I've gotten myself, I write in newspapers, obviously. I publish Jewish Chicago. And one time I took people's word about somebody who turned out to be indicted 2 days after the paper came out.
Yeah.
And boy, did I look wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem. But hopefully I will get to meet as many people as possible. And, local endorsements are great from one neighbor to another. That's always helpful.
So people can contact you at forteforjudge.com.
Correct.
Very good. I want to thank you very much, Monica Forte. Good luck in the campaign.
Thank you.
And good luck in the election.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's great meeting you.